Hi everyone, my name is Alex, and today we're diving into another chilling case. A honeymoon is meant to be one of the happiest times in a couple's life, a chance to celebrate love and embark on a new journey together. Whether it's an adventurous escape or a tranquil retreat under the sun, it should be an unforgettable experience. But what if that unforgettable trip turns into a nightmare? What if, instead of cherished memories, it becomes the setting for a crime? Worse yet, what if you're accused of something you didn't do? Isabella Rodriguez, later known as Isabella Hellman, was born in Colombia in 1975. Growing up in a country where Spanish was the only language spoken, she dreamed of moving to the United States. She worked tirelessly to learn English, reading books, listening to music, and immersing herself in the language. Her goal? To build a better future. She eventually moved to Florida, where she carved out a successful career as a real estate agent, helping Spanish-speaking clients find homes. In 2002, Isabella married William Hellman, but their relationship was far from perfect. Over the years, their marriage was plagued by arguments and domestic disputes. After a decade together, they decided to divorce. The legal process dragged on for 2 years, during which Isabella met someone new, a man she believed would bring her happiness. His name was Louis Bennett. Originally from Great Britain, Louis had an interesting background. As a child, his family relocated to Australia, granting him dual citizenship. He later returned to the UK to attend the prestigious Camborne School of Mines. Despite his studies, he never pursued a career in mining. Instead, he moved back to Australia and started a solar panel manufacturing company that thrived, allowing him to expand into the US market. With his main office in Florida, Louis turned to online dating to find love. His search was long and frustrating, until he came across Isabella's profile. She reminded him of Jennifer Lopez. Intrigued, he sent her a message. Their connection blossomed. Isabella confided in him about her struggles, her journey from Colombia, learning English, and her difficult marriage. None of this deterred Louis. To him, she was worth the wait. As their relationship deepened, Isabella frequently traveled to meet Louis, whether he was in England, Australia, or Thailand. To impress her, Louis bought a catamaran, envisioning a dream voyage across the Caribbean, perhaps inspired by his favorite childhood book, Treasure Island. Their bond grew stronger, but Isabella had doubts. She noticed Louis rarely worked, yet he funded their expensive trips. When she asked him about it, he brushed it off, claiming he had a substantial inheritance. For a while, she believed him. In July 2016, their lives changed when Isabella gave birth to their daughter, Amelia. While she brought them joy, she also brought conflict. The couple clashed over where to raise her. Louis insisted on Australia, while Isabella refused to leave the US. After much debate, Louis relented, and in 2017, they settled in Florida. Despite already having a child, they decided to make it official and marry. Overjoyed, Isabella pleaded for a honeymoon, hoping it would rekindle their romance. Louis agreed but kept postponing it. Finally, in April 2017, he returned from Australia, and the couple set sail on their long-awaited honeymoon. At first, everything seemed perfect. Isabella posted smiling photos on social media, capturing their Caribbean adventures. Then, suddenly, the posts stopped. 2 weeks of silence followed. When Isabella finally reached out to her family, she told them they were in Cuba and would soon return to Florida, though they hadn't chosen their route yet. She warned them of poor connectivity, so they shouldn't expect updates for a few days. Then, on May 15th, the U.S. Coast Guard received a distress call. It was Louis, alone on a life raft. Rescuers found him near the Bahamas, floating with his belongings but without his wife. Louis claimed that on May 14th, exhausted from the day, he had asked Isabella to take over sailing while he napped in the cabin. He was jolted awake by a loud thump. Calling for Isabella, he received no response. Rushing to the deck, he realized she was gone. At the same time, he noticed water flooding into the catamaran from a massive hole. Believing Isabella had been thrown overboard, but assuming she was safe due to her life vest, he abandoned the boat, taking only his essentials onto the raft. But something didn't add up. When investigators examined his raft, they found only his personal belongings. nothing of Isabella's, as if he never expected her to return. The surprises didn't stop there. Divers discovered that the catamaran's damage came from the inside, not from an external collision. The escape hatches had been left open, ensuring the boat would sink faster. And despite being an experienced sailor, Lewis hadn't activated the emergency beacon or used the satellite phone, devices that could have saved Isabella's life. Suspicions grew. The investigation revealed a shocking truth. Lewis was drowning in debt. His real estate, credit card bills, and other expenses had spiraled out of control. And he had a secret. He was smuggling stolen rare coins. Authorities found a stash of silver coins worth $160,000 in his home and in his raft. He was charged with smuggling and sentenced to 7 months in prison. But the case didn't end there. A second charge followed: involuntary manslaughter. Facing trial, Lewis took a plea deal, accepting an 8-year sentence rather than risking a harsher conviction. Was he truly guilty? Or had Isabella's disappearance been an unfortunate accident? We may never know. Thanks for watching. This is Alex. Subscribe for more shocking stories ahead.